Hi, it's me, Katie. Welcome back to Steal the Spotlight. A little while ago over on my Instagram, I asked you to send in some outfit theme request suggestions. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this sort of content. It has been popular for quite some time now, but you know me, second guess myself about 1,000 times before we eventually commit. But we finally made it, and let me tell you, you guys did not disappoint. I could not wipe the smile off my face as I was scrolling through the requests. Before we get into some of my favorite requests though, I do want to give a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is Karma, formerly Shop Tagger, if you are still confused. If you've been here a while, you know how much I love them. They've saved me hundreds and hundreds of dollars over the last couple of years. And for me, there's just no better feeling than something you've wanted for so long sitting in your wish list. Finally, you've saved enough money and then bam, you get it on a bargain. Like, that beats impulse shopping every day of the week, which is another thing Karma has helped me with so much. So Karma is a free and easy to download app and Chrome extension, which is going to ensure you never miss a price drop or coupon code. Pretty much your best friend whenever you're online shopping. You can try it too via the link in the description box, and then whenever you see something you like, you can click that cute little Karma button and then instantly add it to your designated wish list. You can then choose to be notified via email or push notifications whenever any of your items come back in stock, are running low, go on sale, or there's a designated coupon code. You can organize everything with your own custom list, whether you want to keep it super simple with basics and trend categories, or after today, I'm feeling like we should all get a little bit more specific. Maybe I should add like things I would wear if I was Misa Amane's best friend. Whenever you're actually committing to a purchase, you can just click that button once again and they'll instantly scan the internet for the best available coupon codes and apply it for you. And on top of that, they also allow you to earn cash back via PayPal whenever you're shopping on their selected retail partners. Again though, you can check it all out for yourself via the link on screen or down below in the description box. Okay, so I think we're going to ease into things with a more simple scenario, and there was a lot of requests around the topic of fairies, fairy core, dancing with fairies, trying to blend into a fairy village. This one I also really liked, what to wear to a hedgehog birthday party. I feel like that's along the same lines, but just extra cute for some reason. Originally, I had pulled this little floral thrifted moment. However, I think I want to go with this little dainty frilly mini skirt. I love the forest green color for like a party in the woods sort of setting. I know I definitely want to wear this little faux corset on top, and I'm not too sure what I want to layer underneath because I don't want to make it too wintry. So I was thinking maybe we could go for something a little bit more airy, like a little lace top. Okay, I know I just said I didn't want to make it too wintry. I don't want to make it too wintry, but I have decided to come back with Ugg boots on. So
choices.
Is it silly to throw on another item that is just sleeveless at this point? The answer is no. I don't think it is, guys. I was originally thinking of doing leg warmers, but since I came back with the Ugg boots instead, I might just put them on my arms. It's all the same thing, right? I think that this little crochet hat that I've just been wearing like crazy recently would be a cute addition because it kind of just makes everything feel a little bit more casual. Yeah, I think that's cute, but let me know your thoughts. Fairy approved or not quite? I definitely think it's more of like the low-key garden fairy rather than someone who has the whole forest to themselves. So I feel like just completely switching gears now and going for a more streetwear inspired look, and I know just the request for it. Heads up, yes, there is going to be a lot of anime and K-pop related themes in this video, but trust me, everything will still be super wearable for normal people too. It just means you have to hear me blabber on about topics you may not be completely familiar with, this next one included, because I got quite a few requests to do something Skate the Infinity inspired. This one particularly stood out to me, was feeling inferior to your friends with Reki, because big mood. It's so easy to get inspo from this show because it's present day casual outfits with just the most beautiful vibrant colors. The two-tone flannel I was wearing at the beginning of this video would work perfectly as well, but I gotta give it to the yellow hockey jersey 100%. And actually, if you guys are in summer, it looks kind of cute just with little bike shorts underneath or some sort of athletic short. I think it would be cute, but for the purpose of today, I really wanted to style them with these black pants. No, not just plain black pants, but ones that have obnoxious smiley faces down the back, which I think would be perfect if you actually had a beef and you were skating the circuit and then as you're winning, all they see is you practically mocking them. Like, love that for us. We do see him in his yellow hoodie quite often, and I think it's a great color on him because it does represent that optimistic, sunny disposition that he's always trying to outwardly portray to others, especially early on, even though he is kind of going through some stuff himself. And I think that the smiley faces just add to that as well. So I think this is a great look for any reki kini. I want to try topping it off with a headband like his too, but I feel like these always look better on people with short hair. Like, come on now. If you wanted an extra layer, I believe last time I wore this jersey when I was in Japan, I teamed it up with this vest and it looked kind of cool. I think maybe just having it open though instead of buckled up, so everything stays kind of like loose, baggy, flowy, you know? It's been a while since I've worn something like this, so I'm not sure if I'm completely sold on it. I do like it from behind though. I think it's mostly the headband throwing me off. I'm not sure if it really suits me, but you get the idea. We had a lot of what would you wear if you were hanging out / going on a first date with insert various K-pop idols here. A lot of BTS related requests as well, and also a lot, not always to do with K-pop, but separately as well, like museum dates. So for this, we're going to be going to the museum with taehyung from BTS. So originally I was like, okay, I was trying to dress like him in that Taecore aesthetic because he kind of always has that vibe of we're going to the art gallery or the museum. So I pulled these two pieces. No, forget about that. If this is a first date, I don't want to rock up accidentally wearing the exact same thing he is. I would rather do something that will complement his style. So I have decided to go a little bit more feminine, I suppose. The main piece I'm basing it around is this little number here. It may look somewhat familiar for those K-drama fans as well because it is a dupe of what she wears in It's Okay Not to Be Okay. My problem with this dress though, if you can even call it that, is hello, it is insanely short, which is a shame because I love the shape of it so much. They weren't even really trying to get away with it being a dress because the buttons literally end at the waist. So the solution is just going to be layering this brown skirt underneath. I really want to do a scarf because I feel like that gives it that soft, vintage, romantic feel. I mean, yes, but also now I just have no neck. What do we think? Short or tall? I feel like I always prefer tall, but for some reason this shade of brown, I always end up not wearing them. I don't know why. I feel like he once had a period where he really liked wearing berets. Not so much these days, but I think it could still work. I feel like we did good on this one. Now I'm just left disappointed because I don't have anywhere to actually wear it. Yeah, no, none of us are actually going on a date with Taehyung, guys. I am sorry to break it to you. Or if you're just a normal person who is going on a really cute museum art gallery date, then lucky you. Okay, let's try going back to a non-fandom related one now. There was a lot of questions to do with going to the moon, a date on the moon. You're an alien trying to blend in, you're trying to impress an alien, things of that nature, and I think I have the look for that. If you guys saw my trying different K fashion brands, I'm going to be using that same top that I got from Dido Shop because for some reason it just gives me really like intergalactic vibes. I really don't know why because it's just a picture of a wig, but I don't know, it's just something about the way that it's cut, and especially once you add the sleeves on as well. For the bottoms, I'm kind of continuing on that same theme of it just being slightly disjointed. It's the mini skirt with these matching leg flare things. Since these are obviously too long, I'm going to go with my chunky platforms for some extra height. Plus, they kind of just give like that moon boot sort of feel anyway. The accessory I'm most excited for is a pair of goggles. I don't know why instantly I felt like that's what this sort of brief would need. Okay, maybe the vest that we wore in that earlier look as well for an extra layer. You guys know me, it's like, it's never enough. We just have to keep throwing things at ourselves. At this point, I'm not really sure if we are going to the moon or if this is like deep sea divers but make it fashion. But either way, it's funky, and once again, I feel like it's the theme but make it brats. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm seeing quite the resurgence in Twilight, especially over on TikTok. A lot of people dressing like Alice Cullen, who was the superior choice, by the way. This particular one I couldn't overlook. Edward Cullen is about to save my life by stopping a bus. Okay, I got you. I feel like for me, Bella's style is a little bit too simple, but we're gonna just start out with some basics. This white long sleeve top and a pair of brown flare corduroys. Ideally, this would be more of not cropped and the pants would be more low-waisted, but just working with what we've got. We're gonna be layering because the town looks cold. I don't know if it actually is or if it's just the eerie color grading they've put on the whole thing, which also we will be sticking to muted tones. I think she wears a parka in the movies. I don't know. At this point, this is what I'm wearing to be saved by Edward Cullen, not a Bella Swan cosplay, okay? This definitely works. Let me grab some boots. JK, I'm gonna go with these shoes instead. I also have this scarf that I want to wear, plus perhaps potentially my trusty earmuffs. I don't know why they've become my go-to accessory. Just grab these mittens as well to tie the grey in a little bit, but overall I feel like this totally works in the context of the Twilight saga. It's kind of Bella Swan just updated, jazzed up a little bit for 2021. Totally something I would wear in the winter. For those of you in the northern hemisphere, I don't know, hopefully you can just save this one, commit it to memory for later when you actually go back into cooler weather. I feel like it's only fair that we go for something much more summertime appropriate after this one. I am gonna have to get dressed off camera unless you're a fan of bikini over bike shorts look. Please tell me why all bikini bottoms have to be so skimpy at this point. I'm definitely just keeping the little modesty skirt on whilst I'm dipping into the beach. Especially, you know, if it's a beach episode, I feel like usually it's more of a younger female romantic comedy sort of vibe. They're not so much about the fan service, so you're not going to get a shot of the cheeks. For a little bit of extra coverage, I just throw on something like this. You have the sun safety on the shoulders now, and you can kind of button it up if you want more coverage on the tummy too. I'm just gonna add on some fun plasticky jewelry. I've got my pink tote bag to carry all of my beach necessities. Ideally, I would also like a matching sun hat. I don't have one, so I think I'm just gonna add in some pink hair clips. Probably not the most realistic, but if you're an anime character and your signature is hair clips, you're still going to be rocking them at the beach. I think this is a really cute look. I'm prepared to be that one friend in the beach episode that gets no screen time except for when they want to make a flat-chested joke at their expense, but I'm okay with that. I still be looking cute though. Okay, so that was a lot of amazing requests that were Jujutsu Kaisen related. Like, that show more than any other, I'm so glad we are all experiencing a similar brain rot. This one really got me. It was going on a date with Nanami after breaking up with Gojo because he cheated, LMAO. Yes, let's do that. So for those kind of revenge on your ex tropes, I feel like typically you picture something quite form-fitted and very sexy, I guess. Clearly not familiar with the concept by the move I just pulled, but no, I'm gonna say just go with whatever makes you feel most confident, whatever that may be. I know this might be looking kind of boring for now, but we are currently dating Nanami. That felt like subtle shade, like he's boring. That is not what I'm saying. I just think that he would appreciate a bit of a preppy, smart, casual sort of style. And I don't really care what Gojo likes because screw him, he's a cheater. But I think we can elevate this with just two key accessories. The first one is gonna be if you wear Nanami's tie. Instantly better, right? Like, I think the tie is hot. It's a nice subtle reminder to Gojo of who you're with now, what he's missing out on, and depending on how petty you are, you might want to take it one step further, in which case may I suggest stealing Gojo's glasses. It's a bit of a F you, you're never getting these back, you're also never getting me back, no matter how much you come crawling, so eat it up. Do let me know your thoughts on this one. Did we nail the brief? And who is your favorite Jujutsu Kaisen man? Because obviously we're all experiencing the same brain rot, so don't be shy. Feel free to share with the class. So there was a few music video inspired themes. I was very tempted by NCT 127 Touch because that is one of my comfort music videos I put on when I need to pick me up, but have decided to go with Stray Kids God's Menu. I really like the styling for that. It felt very unique to them and that particular concept. Again, the base is just going to be really simple. I'm starting with this black turtleneck and then also a pair of leather pants. This is something I never actually did before I got into K-pop, and you're going to take the button just under halfway, do that up, and then shimmy it back off the shoulders and tuck all of the excess in. It's super simple, but I don't know, for some reason it adds this really effortless, cool aura to the look. They have kind of like the chef's aprons, and I kind of almost did something similar that could have worked for this concept in my Avatar: The Last Airbender lookbook for Fire Nation. That's still one of my favorite looks ever, but we're just switching things up, going a little bit different. This type of half pleated skirt more so reminds me of Hongjung from ATEEZ. He wore some stuff kind of similar in the Inception concept. It's kind of giving me pirate realness as well, especially with the one pant leg tucked, so no wonder it reminds me of ATEEZ too. But to hopefully push us out of that realm, I've got these two accessories. I'm going with a beret and then also a belt. Sometimes I like to style this as a harness. It kind of does the job better sometimes, I don't know why. There you have it, Stray Kids God's Menu, or potentially also you're a chef on a pirate ship. Whichever you prefer. It's actually really cold and rainy today, so I'm just taking a quick hot chocolate break, but I thought I'd still discuss the next topic because I could word vomit on it for a very long time. There was a lot of suggestions for dates with various anime characters. I thought I'd give some honorable mentions. And there were a lot that were just like going on a date with your ultimate anime crush, your favorite husbando, and for some reason I froze up. I was like, who would this be? I have watched a lot of anime. I have so many favorite characters. It's insane. You guys know how indecisive I am. But then to decide on someone who's husbando material, I'm like, drawing a blank. I really don't know. I ended up just asking my boyfriend who he would pair me with because we read and watch a lot together, so he has a good idea of my taste in anime men, and he's definitely more decisive than I am. Instantly, without hesitation, he said Mitsuya from Tokyo Revengers. We are up to date on the manga, and minor spoiler alert, he becomes a fashion designer. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this feels more like dress like your kin rather than dress like your husbando. I think realistically he would actually make you a dress himself, but this felt like a good opportunity to whip out my favorite plaid bleach stained ex-girl dress. This is one of my favorite purchases. I always come back to it. I just feel like it has the right energy of former delinquent slash up and coming trendy fashion person. Okay, I think I'm actually very much on board with this one in the end. Of course, not traditional date attire, but I feel like it fits the brief of who Mitsuya will end up with. It'll be like a cool girl, not afraid to show her own personal style on a first date. I also actually think that in the end, it could still work for Tendo because it just would. You can't tell me it wouldn't. I'm begging you, please get into it. You will not regret it unless you weren't looking to be depressed, in which case you might regret it a little bit. I want to do another more simple option. There were a lot for picnic dates, some with certain characters and celebrities, but also just in general. And I have been dying to whip this baby out and share it. Gorgeous thrifted nightgown that I want to make appropriate for out and about. And I feel like it would be cute for a picnic, but only if you feel like doing the most, which I just said, let's do something more simple. So instead I'm going to go with that frilly white top we didn't use earlier because this is actually a new piece from Yes Style and I'm going to style this too. We could style it with maybe a pretty floral skirt, but I also feel like when you're on a picnic, you can kind of feel a little bit too uncomfortable since you are sitting on the ground the whole time. So shorts feels like a more realistic option, but not something I see people style that frequently, myself included. I like never style shorts on this channel. They're giving me picnic, they're giving me your mom gardening in the 90s. They're also kind of giving me a little bit Emma Chamberlain for some reason. I decided on these little half pigtails. The true dilemma is gonna be footwear. I've got a lot of thoughts. Cowboy boots, Mary Janes, sneakers, platform sandal. Originally I wanted to do a picnic basket, but a bunch of our stuff is still in boxes. I don't know where it is, so I was like, let me just try this little pink bag, and I actually like the color blocking moment. So I think this is our super casual summer picnic date vibe. It's kind of weird. You're seeing me in two things I don't usually do: flats and shorts, so it's a whole new world. For the last one, we're actually gonna finish off on a K-pop note. I thought this question was really interesting. It was along the lines of what you would wear to an interview or to try and convince someone to make you their K-pop stylist. I decided to take inspiration from these two Korean stylists. They have previously worked with ATEEZ, not like consistently, I think more so on a magazine or something along those lines. That's kind of the direction I'm trying to take this, while still using key elements we see in K-pop styling a lot. First one being denim. Stripes and turtlenecks also feature quite commonly. And then lastly, of course, is blazers. This I actually DIY'd specifically for this look. Hopefully it looks good. I haven't tried it all on together yet. Death the Kid is ready to fling himself off a cliff right now, but I am living for the asymmetry of this look. The only thing is, should I switch over which one has the long boot? Like, am I overthinking things? Let me know who you think would hire me based on this look. Like, what groups would I vibe with? I think I am happy enough to end it on this note though. Thank you for putting up with me for this long. I really hope you did enjoy. Let me know some of your favorite looks, favorite themes, what you want to see more of. And of course, don't forget to check out today's video sponsor as well, which was Karma. All the links down below to that, as well as everything I wore in today's video. If you guys are ever like, I wonder where she got that, I always list everything in the description, so yes. Thanks again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!